Week 4 of The Bachelor is on its way, and this time Zach and the gang will be leaving the Bachelor mansion and headed to the Bahamas in a week that, from a sleuthing perspective, might be more important than you think. So let's take a look at this newest preview for episode 4 and see what we can sleuth out, including who I expect to be getting the boot and what this could mean for the outlook of the rest of the season. And, as per usual, please, no posting any outright spoilers in the comments section below unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the full, uninterrupted preview is in the description.
Being in the Bahamas feels like a nice, fresh restart.
Ah yes, they always hope that leaving the mansion will leave the drama behind. A nice, fresh restart. Good luck with that. So the first of many travel destinations this season is the Bahamas, and here we're seeing one of the two one-on-ones for the week going to Catherine. We have a better look of the two of them on this date from a previous preview, and if you're going, who? Who's this? Well, Catherine is the one who got the first group date rose in episode 2 on that date where Tajwan tried to join the season. So, moving on.
Good food, good vibes, and a lot of Zach.
This is the time where deep feelings start to rise. I'm feeling really hopeful.
Damn it, she got fireworks.
Okay, so once more we're seeing Catherine on her one-on-one where, damn it, she got fireworks. She also got a rose as seen here, so don't expect her to go anywhere anytime soon. Now, other shots from this section include what seems to be a beach party group date, as well as our second one-on-one for the episode with Zach and Brooklyn. But what's important here is that this isn't the only one-on-one with Brooklyn that we've seen from the previews, as previously we had sleuthed out that Brooklyn will be getting another one-on-one in Budapest, Hungary. Normally, I'd say that's a good indication she might be getting a hometown spot, but if you've checked out my season preview, you might remember that Hungary seems to be as far as Brooklyn goes. Long story short, in that preview we saw a number of shots of Zach getting emotional as someone seemed to be leaving in the back of an SUV. I was able to match the location they were at with the Buda Castle in Hungary, meaning the person going home is likely from one of the one-on-ones that week. And up to this point, we've spotted two potential one-on-ones from that location, one with Brooklyn and one with Katie. But with Katie having footage that looks to be in Thailand, the final filming location, that leaves just Brooklyn on the outs. So basically, Brooklyn should enjoy this date while it lasts. But let's continue.
Oh, feels so good.
I want to go home. I'm not gonna fight a bitch.
All fair in the game of love.
She's here for social media and personal gain.
Well, I suppose it wouldn't be a Bachelor preview without it cutting from the lead being really positive into some major drama. Now, the accusations at hand are that someone is... oof, it's hard to even say it, but someone just might not be here for the right reasons. The preview is going to imply that that person is Kylie. But when it comes to these previews at least, you can almost always guarantee that the person being thrown out here is not actually the person we'll be seeing accused in the actual episode. They do this kind of stuff time and time again. Thankfully though, all we have to do is head back to the season preview to find out who the real culprit is. But before we do that, let's quickly look at the upcoming section as we'll get some more context on next week's drama.
There may be someone here for the wrong intention.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
I don't know what's true and what's not, but I need to get to the bottom of it quick.
Alright, well, it looks like another job for Inspector Zach, who's so far done a pretty good job of weeding out the troublemakers. And here, once again, the preview highlights Kylie as the potential source of whatever's gone down, as they cut to her when Zach says, there may be someone here for the wrong intention, followed by her saying, I don't have a good feeling about this. But Kylie will be safe next week. First and foremost, we know she's amongst these women who make it into the top 11 in London the week after the Bahamas. But also, take a look at this footage from the season preview.
She's manipulative.
Are you here for me?
Yes.
I don't know if I believe Anastasia.
Now this footage is from the episode next week, as we can match up Zach's shirt with the shirt he's wearing at the night portion of the group date from this latest preview as seen here, and then here with him and Charity, whose outfit also matches what she's wearing right here. So it seems as though Anastasia will be filling our villain role for next week, something that's actually already been set up for us from this past episode. Remember this?
Anastasia,
I knew she wasn't hurt. She was fine.
She's just milking this injury. Just milking it. Big.
Now, something interesting that a lot of people spotted from the rose ceremony in episode 3 was that Genevieve here arrived wearing a sling. Seems kind of strange to include a potential injury in the football date that ended up being nothing when you could have put in a real one. Well, even though this is unscripted TV, that doesn't mean editors aren't setting things up for future narratives. So, including Anastasia's tumble and editing in that it might have been done strategically to get attention from Zach is going to make it easy for us to believe she takes a villain turn next episode. Now, as for what Kylie means when she says, "I don't have a good feeling about this," it probably has something to do with the rose ceremony, as her outfit here is different from what she's wearing on that group date, but does seem to match with the woman crying in this shot from earlier, meaning probably this is from the cocktail party. So emotions will be carrying all the way from the group date into the rose ceremony. But let's now finish off this preview so we can talk about eliminations for next week and other potential implications for the rest of the season.
Are you really here for me?
You can't hide the truth forever. It comes out eventually.
It's all next week on The Bachelor.
And there the preview ends on someone being sent home in the back of that classic SUV. Someone the preview yet again implies to be Kylie, but more likely than not, it's Anastasia or one of the other two women we know doesn't make it to London. Now, to find out who those women are, it's just simple math. 14 women are left, 11 can be seen next week. All we have to do is see which 3 are missing. So, along with Anastasia, it appears as though Davia and Genevieve are the other eliminations in the Bahamas. But alright, before we go, there is one last thing that's arguably the most important part of this week when it comes to sleuthing, and that is the knowledge that once we're done here, we won't see another tropical location until we reach Thailand for the final 3 and final 2. Meaning, any shots from the previews that are in warm climates like this, but aren't from next week, means it must be from the end of the season. So, for example, this shot of Ariel. If we don't see this go down or these same outfits being worn by these two next week, that implies that Ariel will be making it to Zach's final 3. Same goes for this shot with Katie or this shot with Katie. Not seeing this next week would confirm her as making it to the end as well. So, while next episode seems to just be about silly drama, once it's done, it might just give us total confirmation on which of these women could be getting a fantasy suite with Zach. So that's it for this preview breakdown for week 4 of The Bachelor. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, let me know your thoughts on the week ahead in the comment section down below, and subscribe to the channel as there's always more content on the way. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
Oh! Feels so good.
I want to go home.